Welcome to an exploration of one of cooking's most fascinating scientific puzzles, the egg cooking paradox. How can an egg be raw, soft-boiled, or rubber-hard, yet no single temperature truly defines cooked? This paradox reveals deep truths about protein chemistry and thermodynamics. Let's begin by understanding why egg cooking is so puzzling. Unlike water that has a precise boiling point at 100 degrees Celsius, eggs transform gradually across a continuous temperature range, with no single magic number defining cooked. Here's a temperature spectrum showing how eggs change from runny at 60 degrees to soft in the middle range to rubbery at higher temperatures. So the key question is, why doesn't cooking have a single temperature threshold like phase changes in pure substances? The answer lies in protein denaturation, the fundamental process behind cooking. Proteins start as tightly folded structures. Heat causes them to unfold and denature, changing from organized coils to tangled strands. Protein denaturation requires activation energy, typically around 418 kilojoules per mole for egg proteins. Crucially, this is not an all-or-nothing process. Different proteins denature at different temperatures. Eggs contain multiple proteins, each with its own denaturation temperature. Egg white proteins, primarily ovalbumin, denature between 60 and 84 degrees Celsius. Ovalbumin, the main egg white protein, fully denatures at 84 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, egg yolk proteins denature at lower temperatures, between 65 and 70 degrees Celsius. This diagram shows the layer temperature ranges. Yolks start setting at 65 degrees. Whites begin at 60, but whites need higher temperatures to fully solidify. You might ask, why does this temperature difference matter for cooking? Answer: because it creates the possibility of achieving different textures by controlling temperature precisely. The rate of protein denaturation follows the Arrhenius equation, a fundamental principle in chemical kinetics. The Arrhenius equation states that the rate constant K equals the pre-exponential factor A times E to the negative activation energy over gas constant times temperature. Here K represents how fast the denaturation reaction proceeds. EA is the activation energy barrier, about 418 kilojoules per mole for egg proteins. R is the universal gas constant, 8.314 joules per mole Kelvin. And T is the absolute temperature in Kelvin, not Celsius. This graph shows how the fraction of denatured protein increases exponentially with time. Higher temperatures dramatically accelerate this curve. The critical insight is that small temperature changes cause enormous changes in reaction rate due to the exponential relationship. Let's work through a concrete numerical example comparing 65 and 75 degrees Celsius. At 65 degrees Celsius, which equals 338 Kelvin, the rate constant K1 equals A times E to the negative 418,000 over 8.314 times 338. At 75 degrees Celsius, or 348 Kelvin, the rate constant K2 equals A times E to the negative 418,000 over 8.314 times 348. The ratio of K2 to K1 equals E to the 418,000 times the quantity 1 over 338 minus 1 over 348, all divided by 8.314. This works out to approximately 3.2, meaning the reaction proceeds more than 3 times faster at 75 degrees compared to 65 degrees. So just a 10-degree increase more than triples the cooking rate. This explains why timing is so critical in egg cooking. Now we can understand the science behind achieving the perfect, soft-boiled egg. The goal is a firm white exterior with a runny, liquid yolk inside. When we boil eggs, the water temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. But the temperature at the center remains lower than at the edge due to heat transfer limitations. Heat flows from the outside inward. The outer white heats quickly, while the inner yolk heats more slowly, creating a temperature gradient. A cooking time of 6 to 7 minutes allows this temperature gradient to develop perfectly, with whites fully set but yolks still liquid. The temperature distribution inside an egg follows Fourier's law of heat conduction. Fourier's law states that heat flux Q equals negative thermal conductivity K times the temperature gradient. For a spherical egg, this equation becomes more complex in spherical coordinates. The time-dependent heat equation is partial T equals thermal diffusivity alpha times the Laplacian of T. For eggs, thermal diffusivity alpha equals thermal conductivity over density times specific heat, approximately 1.4 times 10 to the negative 7 square meters per second. This low diffusivity explains why egg size matters tremendously. Heat penetrates slowly, so larger eggs need much longer cooking times. What happens when we cook eggs too long or at too high a temperature? Above 80 degrees Celsius, all egg proteins fully denature and form tight networks. When egg temperature exceeds 80 degrees Celsius, we get complete denaturation of all protein structures. Proteins form extensive crosslinks with each other, and water molecules are expelled from the protein network. This creates a dense, rigid protein network that gives hard-boiled eggs their characteristic rubbery, dry texture. Texture is proportional to crosslink density. More crosslinks mean tougher, more rubbery eggs. Have you ever noticed that greenish ring around overcooked egg yolks? Let's explore this chemistry. What causes that unappealing green ring around the yolk of overcooked eggs? The answer is iron 2 plus ions from the yolk react with hydrogen sulfide gas from the white to form iron sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide forms when the amino acid cysteine breaks down at high temperatures above 90 degrees Celsius. The iron sulfide forms a greenish-gray ring at the boundary between yolk and white, indicating overcooking and sulfur compound formation. This reaction only becomes significant above 90 degrees Celsius with extended cooking times, so it's a clear sign of overcooking. Modern precision cooking techniques reveal even more about the egg cooking paradox. Professional chefs use sous vide water baths at exactly 63 degrees Celsius to achieve unique textures. At 63 degrees Celsius for 45 to 60 minutes, both white and yolk reach identical custard-like consistency. In a precisely controlled water bath at 63 degrees, the entire egg equilibrates to the same temperature, creating a uniquely uniform texture. This proves that cooking is fundamentally about the combination of time and temperature, not temperature alone. We can create a mathematical model that predicts egg texture based on time and temperature. The degree of cooking F equals the integral from 0 to t of the rate constant K at temperature T as a function of position r and time t. This integral accounts for both the temperature distribution throughout the egg and the total cooking time. When F equals 1, we consider the protein fully cooked. Values between 0 and 1 represent partial cooking. This graph shows two cooking paths: rapid heating in boiling water versus slow equilibration at low temperature. Both can achieve similar results with different textures. Now we can finally resolve the paradox. Why is there no single temperature that defines cooked? First, eggs contain multiple proteins, each with different denaturation temperatures ranging from 60 to 90 degrees. Second, denaturation is a time-dependent process following exponential kinetics, not an instantaneous phase change. Third, temperature gradients within the egg create different zones with different degrees of cooking at the same moment. This visualization shows how temperature varies throughout the egg during cooking, creating multiple simultaneous cooking states within one egg. Fourth, what counts as properly cooked is subjective and varies across cultures. Japanese onsen eggs differ vastly from French hard-boiled eggs. Let's translate this science into practical cooking advice. For perfect soft-boiled eggs, cook for 6 to 7 minutes in boiling water starting from room temperature eggs. For hard-boiled, cook 10 to 12 minutes, then immediately transfer to an ice bath to stop residual cooking and prevent the green ring. For uniquely creamy texture, use sous vide at exactly 63 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. This simple timeline shows the progression from soft at 6 minutes through medium at 9 minutes to hard at 12 minutes in boiling water. Important note: altitude matters significantly. Water boils at lower temperatures at high elevations, requiring longer cooking times. From a thermodynamics perspective, egg cooking is an entropy-increasing process. The change in entropy delta S is greater than 0 as ordered protein structures become disordered. Crucially, cooking is thermodynamically irreversible. You cannot uncook an egg because the entropy increase is so large. The Gibbs free energy change is negative. Delta G equals delta H, minus T delta S, less than 0, making denaturation spontaneous at high temperatures. This arrow illustrates the irreversible thermodynamic path from ordered native proteins to disordered, denatured proteins. How does egg cooking compare to other cooking processes? Steak cooking involves Maillard reactions above 140 degrees Celsius that create browning and complex flavors. Bread baking depends on starch gelatinization between 60 and 80 degrees, similar to egg protein temperatures. Eggs are unique because they involve pure protein denaturation at relatively low temperatures without browning or other reactions. The activation energy for egg denaturation is much less than for Maillard browning reactions, explaining why eggs cook at lower temperatures. To truly understand egg cooking, we need to know about protein structure hierarchy. Primary structure is the amino acid sequence, which remains unchanged during cooking. Secondary structure includes alpha helices and beta sheets, which are disrupted by heat energy. Tertiary structure is the three-dimensional folding, which is completely destroyed during cooking as proteins unfold. Quaternary structure involves protein complexes that disassemble and then form entirely new networks when cooked. This shows the dramatic structural transformation from compact native protein on the left to extended denatured protein on the right. Water plays a crucial, but often overlooked role in egg cooking. Eggs are 75% water and only 13% protein by mass. Water acts as the heat transfer medium within the egg, conducting thermal energy to all parts. During overcooking, water is expelled from the tightening protein network, creating dry, rubbery texture. The mass of water expelled is proportional to how far cooking temperature exceeds optimal temperature. These blue dots represent water molecules distributed throughout the egg matrix, which must be retained for tender texture. Different cultures have vastly different standards for what constitutes a properly cooked egg. In Japan, onsen tamago are cooked at 65 degrees for 40 minutes, creating a custardy texture throughout. French ovales are cooked exactly 6 minutes for runny yolk with firm white. In the United States, hard-boiled eggs cooked solid throughout are more commonly preferred. This spectrum shows how preferences range from very soft in Japan, through medium in France, to quite firm in America. This proves that doneness is culturally constructed, not scientifically absolute. The paradox is partly social, not purely physical. Let's now definitively resolve the egg cooking paradox. The paradox arises because we incorrectly expect cooking to be like a phase transition with a sharp threshold temperature. But eggs actually undergo continuous time-dependent chemical transformations across a wide temperature range. Cooking is fundamentally not equal to a phase transition. It's a kinetic process, not a thermodynamic equilibrium transition. This graph contrasts a sharp phase transition in green with the gradual sigmoid curve of egg cooking in red. Cooked is a continuous spectrum from 0 to 100%, not a binary raw versus cooked state. Temperature, time, and spatial position all matter simultaneously in determining final texture. Let's summarize the key scientific principles we've learned. Egg cooking fundamentally involves protein denaturation occurring across a 60 to 90 degrees Celsius range. Multiple different proteins denature at different specific temperatures, creating textural complexity. Arrhenius kinetics means the denaturation rate approximately doubles with every 10-degree temperature increase. Slow heat transfer creates temperature gradients that enable different textures within one egg. Both time and temperature are equally important. You cannot understand egg cooking from temperature alone. This simple timeline shows the progression from raw at 60 degrees through soft at 66, medium, firm, hard, to rubbery at 90 degrees.